Dog. They're not just pets. They are companions, confidants, sometimes therapists, and often a child's very first friend. But sometimes their love extends beyond the visible. Sometimes it begins with a life not yet born. Baby still in the womb. Dogs have an extraordinary emotional sensitivity. They notice the subtlest shifts in scent, body language, or energy. For them, everything speaks. And often they sense changes long before we do. When a woman becomes pregnant, her dog is usually the first to notice. Even before there's any sign, even before anyone else knows, the dog smells the difference. Hormones, emotions, tiny changes in routine. And from that moment on, something in them shifts. Some dogs become more affectionate, more protective. They stay closer, sleep near their owner, watch every step. They instinctively understand that something delicate, something important, is happening. A new life is growing. As the weeks pass, their behavior becomes even more focused. They gently rest their heads in the baby bump, staying still, listening, feeling. They may hear the tiny heartbeat or sense those first little movements. And through those quiet moments, a connection begins to form. To the dog, this unborn baby is already family. Some treat it like a sibling, others like something they must guard. There are even dogs that sense when their human is feeling unwell during pregnancy, nausea, anxiety, discomfort, and respond with calmness, support, and love. When the time for birth comes, dogs often become restless. They sense that something big is about to happen. If their owner leaves for the hospital, many will wait by the door, refusing to eat, drink, or sleep until she returns, because they know someone is missing. And then the baby comes home. That first meeting is something special. Most dogs approach with caution, slowly, curiously. They sniff gently, move carefully, often tilting their heads or stepping back as if in awe. Their instincts guide them to be gentle, to be present, to protect. From that moment on, their role changes. They become guardians, helpers, watchers of the crib, and protectors of the night. Some dogs rush to the baby's side when they cry. Others nudge rocking chairs with their noses or sit by during diaper changes, quietly observing every move. It's not just behavior, it's devotion, loyalty, love. As the baby grows, so does the bond. Babies recognize their dog's scent. They find comfort in that warm, familiar presence. Many smile for the first time at their dog. Sometimes the first word a child speaks isn't mama or dada, it's the name of their furry friend. Dogs wait patiently. They never rush. They adapt to every stage. When the child crawls, the dog walks beside them. When they start to stand, the dog stays close, ready to catch a fall. When they cry, the dog is already there. This isn't training. It's connection. It's something deep, unseen, and yet completely real. Scientists may call it instinct, a natural drive to protect the young of the pack. But anyone who's seen a dog gently nuzzle a baby or sleep beside a crib knows it's more than that. There are dogs who sense when a baby is sick before the parents do. They become restless, alert, uneasy. There are dogs who spend night after night outside the child's room, keeping silent watch. And they do it not out of obligation, but out of love. As the child grows older, the relationship transforms into the purest kind of friendship. A safe place, a partner in play and mischief, a comfort during sadness, a keeper of secrets. That's why a dog isn't just a pet. In many families, they are silent heroes, especially for children, and especially for those children who are loved by a dog even before they take their first breath. Dogs love unconditionally, and sometimes that love is as deep as a heartbeat, as powerful as a bond formed without words. A story that begins with a tiny flutter in the womb becomes a lifelong friendship filled with laughter, learning, and love. Perhaps one day they'll chase butterflies together in a backyard, share melting ice cream on a summer day, or fall asleep side by side after a long day of play. But that story, it started long ago, with a dog who heard the heartbeat of someone they hadn't even met yet.